네, 안녕하십니까. 영어 쉐도잉 연습 133일차 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 먼저 아놀드 슈왈제네거 영상 보면서 따라해 보겠습니다.
I'm here to talk about success.
I'm here to talk about success.
Work your ass
Work your ass off.
off.
I hate
Plan B.
plan B.
Don't listen to the naysayers.
Don't listen to the naysayers.
Everything I ever did,
Everything I ever did,
the thing that I heard out of
the thing that I heard out of
that's
people's mouths
impossible.
was that's impossible.
That can't
That
be done.
can't be done.
Oh no.
I know.
And I didn't listen to
I
those losers.
didn't listen to those losers.
I didn't listen to them at
I
all.
didn't listen to them at
I
all.
would have listened to the
If I would
naysayers.
listen to the naysayers, from
From
bodybuilding to show business to politics,
I would not be
I would not be
standing
standing here today
talking to you.
talking to you.
I would be in Austria,
I'd be in Austria in the Alps yodeling.
So
So when someone says no, this is a stupid idea,
you don't have to say it, but in your mind,
you and your mind, you don't have to say it, but your mind just say this. Fuck you.
you're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
What do you know?
What do you know? You're an asshole. What do you know? With the age of 20, I went to London to won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. It was because I had a goal. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you're going, if you don't have a goal of where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. You got to have a purpose. What do you do in life? You got to have a purpose, have a vision. Work your ass off. There is no magic pill. Muhammad Ali worked his butt off,
and I saw it firsthand.
and I saw it firsthand. And I remember that there was a sports writer that was in the gym. He was working on, he was doing syrups. And he asked him, how many syrups do you do? And he said, I don't start counting until it hurts. Think about it. He doesn't start counting his syrups until he feels pain. That's when he starts counting. That is working hard. I went to college. I went and worked out 5 hours a day, and I was working on construction. Because in those days in bodybuilding, there's no money. I didn't have the money for food supplement or anything, so I had to go to work. So I worked in construction. I went to college. I worked out in the gym at 8 at night from 8 o'clock at night, and by 12 midnight I went to acting class 4 times a week. Yes, I did all that, and there wasn't one single minute that I wasted. This is why I'm standing here today, and it drives me crazy when people say they don't have enough time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day to work out, or to do something for 45 minutes to 1 hour a day, and then to improve. If it is physically improve, or if it is mentally improve, you imagine Imagine you read 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day about history. How much you will learn after 365 hours in 1 year? With 24 hours a day, we sleep 6 hours a day, so it gives us still 18 hours. There's someone shaking head out here, and probably I don't sleep 6 hours, I sleep 8 hours, right? We just sleep faster. But you can see how much time is available if you organize your day. So you got to work hard. You got it. Work like hell and go to bed. Work like hell and all the time. So you work your ass off and then you let the world know about your work. That is what it's all about. Let people know if you're a company, if you're a movie, if you do a sports, work your ass off and then advertise and let everyone know. you so many of those people that say you can't do it, it's impossible. That is okay because you just turn off. When you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous because now you are now what you are basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have plan B. That means you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you bring up plan B, you're taking on now that thought and the energy from plan A. It's very important to understand the function better if there is no safety net because the plan B becomes safety net says if I fail then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else that will protect me. That's not good. And I'm telling you, I'm never ever had a plan B. I said I'm at a full combat, I'm gonna be a Paragon champion. I'm at a full combat, gonna be an American. I'm at a full combat, I'm gonna get into champions. I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it. To me, it is very dangerous to have a plan B because you're calling yourself off from the chance will succeed. One of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they were worried about failing. What is if I fail and then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell me something. Don't be afraid of failing because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb the in order to climb the ladder. There is no one who doesn't fail. We all fail. It's okay. What is not okay is when you fail and you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. And winners will fail and get up. Will fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner. That is a winner. I failed in bodybuilding. I lost the bodybuilding competitions. I lost the powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies that went to toilet that were terrible. They got the rush reviews. Hey, we all lose. We all have losses. Stays okay. This is why I say don't be a worry about losing because when you're afraid of losing, you get frozen. You get stiff. You don't relax. In order to perform well in anything, if it is a boxing or if it is your job or with your thinking, it's all happening when you relax. So relax. It's okay to feel. Let's just go all out and give it everything you've got. That's what it's all about. So don't be afraid of fail. 네, 첫 번째 영상 잘 들어봤습니다. 네, 거의 8분짜리 영상인데 지금 거의 잘 가고 있습니다. 그래서 next video is about 오바마 연설 영상 보겠습니다. 됐습니다. 자막을 좀 보면서 문장을 익히는 게 따라하겠습니다. But at the end of the day, the circumstances of your life, when you look like where you come from, how much money you have, what you got going on and on, none of that is an excuse. There is no excuse for not trying. I've given a lot of excuses about vacation. I've talked about responsibility a lot. I've talked about teachers' responsibility for inspiring students and pushing you to learn. I've talked about your parents' responsibility for making sure you stay on track and you get your homework done. Don't spend every waking hour in front of the TV or with the Xbox. I've talked a lot about your government's responsibility about setting high standards and supporting teachers and principals and turning around schools that are working, where students are getting the opportunities that they deserve. But at the end of the day, we can have the most dedicated teachers, the most supportive parents, the best schools in the world, and none of it will make a difference. None of it will matter unless all of you fulfill your responsibilities, unless you show up to those schools, unless you pay attention to those teachers, unless you listen to your parents and grandparents and other elders, and put in the hard work it takes to succeed. That's what I want to focus on today. The responsibility each of you has for your education. I want to start with the responsibility you have to yourself. Every single one of you has something that you are good. Every single one of you has something to offer. You have responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide. Maybe you could be a great writer. Maybe you're even good enough to write a book or articles in a newspaper, but you might not know it. Maybe you could be an innovator or an inventor, maybe even good enough to come up with the next iPhone or a new medicine or vaccine, but you might not know it until you do a project for your science class. Maybe you could be a mayor or a senator or a Supreme Court justice, but you might not know that until you join student government or the debate team. And no matter what you want to do with your life, I guarantee that you will need an education to do it. You want to be a doctor or teacher or police officer, you want to be a nurse or architect or lawyer or member or military, you're going to need a good education for every single one of those careers. You cannot drop out of school and just drop into a good job. You got to try for it and work for it and learn for it. And this isn't just important for your own life and your own future. What you make of your education will decide nothing less than the future of this country. The future of America depends on you. What you are learning in school today will determine whether we, as a nation, can meet our greatest challenges in the future. You need the knowledge and problem-solving skills you learn in science and math to cure diseases like cancer and AIDS, develop new energy technologies, and protect our environment. You need insights and critical thinking skills you gain in history and social studies to fight poverty and homelessness, crime and discrimination, and make our nation more fair and more free. You need the creativity and ingenuity you develop in all your classes to build new companies that will create your jobs and boost our economy. We need every single one of you to develop your talents and your skills and your intellect so you can help us all folks solve our most difficult problems. If you don't do that, if you quit on school, you're not just quitting on yourself, you're quitting on your country. Now, I know it's not always easy to do any school. I know a lot of you have challenges in your lives right now that can make it hard to focus on your schoolwork. I get it. I know what it's like. My father left my family when I was 2 years old. I was raised by a single mom who had to work, who struggled at times to pay the bills, and wasn't always be able to give us the things that other kids had. There were times when I missed having a father in my life. There were times when I was learning and I felt like I didn't fit it. So I wasn't always focused on as I should have been at school. I did something first I'm proud of. I did some things I'm not proud of. I did some things I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of. I'm not proud. I'm not proud of. I did some things I'm proud of. I did some things I'm not proud of. I got in more trouble than I should have. My life could have easily taken a turn for the worse. But I was lucky. I got a lot of second chances. And I had the opportunity to go to college and law school and follow my dream. My wife, our first lady, Michelle Obama, she has a similar story. Neither of her parents had gone to college, and they didn't have a lot of money. But they worked hard, and she worked hard so that go to the she could go to the she worked hard so that she could go to the best schools in this country. Some of you might not have, some of you might not have, some of you might not have those advantages. Maybe you don't have others in your life to give you the support that you need. But maybe someone in your family has lost their job and there's not enough money to go around. Maybe you live in a neighborhood. Maybe you maybe you live in a neighborhood. Maybe you live in a neighborhood where you don't feel safe, Maybe you live in a neighborhood where you don't feel safe. Maybe you live in a neighborhood where you don't feel safe, or have friends who are personally you do things you know are right. But end of the day, the circumstances of your life, what you look like, where you come from, how much money you have, what you've got going on at home, none of that is an excuse for neglecting your homework or having a bad attitude in school. That's no excuse for talking back to your teacher or calling class or dropping out of school. There is no excuse for not trying. Where you are right now, not where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you end up. No one's reading your destiny for you. Because here in America, you write your own destiny. You make your own future. That's what that's what that's what young people This is what young people like you are doing every day all across America. Young people like Jasmine Perez from Loma, Texas. Jasmine didn't speak English when she first started school. Neither of her parents had gone to school, but she worked hard, earned a good grades, and got a scholarship to Brown University. Is now in graduate school, studying public health on her way to becoming Dr. Jasmine Perez. I'm thinking about Andoni Schultz from Los Altos, California, who's fought brain cancer since he was three. He's had a range of all sorts of treatments and surgeries, one of which affected his memory. So it took him much longer, hundreds of extra hours to do his school. But he never fell behind. His healthy call is his fault. And then there's Chantel Steve from my hometown of Scotland. Even when bouncing from foster home to foster home in the toughest neighborhoods in the city, she managed to get a job at a local health care center, started a program to keep young people out of gangs, and she on track to graduate high school in honors. And she's on track to graduate high school with honors. She's on track to graduate high school with honors. She's on track to graduate. She's on track to graduate. She's on track to graduate high school with honors. She's on track to graduate high school on our honors with honors. She's on track to graduate high school with honors and go on to college. And go on to college. And Jasmine and Donnie and Chantel aren't any different from any of you. They face challenges in their lives just like you do. In some cases, they've got it a lot worse off. They got it a they got it a lot worse off. Some cases, some cases they got it a lot worse off. They got it a lot worse off. They 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 got it a lot worse off. Sometimes in some cases they got it a lot worse off than many of them. But they refused to give up. They, say- they chose to take they chose to take responsibility for their lives. They chose to they, they chose to take responsibility for their lives, for their education, and set goals for themselves. They chose to take responsibility for their lives, on education, and to set the goals for themselves and set goals for themselves. They they chose to take responsibility for their lives, for their education, and set goals for themselves. They chose to take responsibility for their lives, for their education, and set goals for themselves. They chose to take responsibility for their lives, for their education, and set goals for themselves, and set goals for themselves. And I expect all of you all of you do the same. All of you do the same. All of you do the same. And I expect all of you to do the same. That's why today I'm calling on each of you to set your own goals through your education and do everything you can meet them. You can to meet them. You can to meet them. But whatever you resolve to do, I want you to commit to it. I want you to really work at it. I know that sometimes you get the sense from TV that you can be rich and successful without any hard work. That you get to success is through rapping or basketball or being a reality TV star. Chances are you are not going to be any of those things. The truth is, being successful is hard. You will love every subject in your study. You won't collect with every teacher that you have. Not every homework assignment will seem completely relevant to your life, like at this minute. And you won't necessarily succeed at everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who had the most failures. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. People, these people succeed because they understand that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you, but to the next differently next time. So if you have a try, so you are so you get into trouble. That doesn't mean you are a troublemaker. It means you need to try harder to act right. To act right. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you need to spend more time studying. No one's born being good at all things. No one's born being good or at all things. No one's born being good. No one's born being good at all things. You become good at things through hard work. You become good at things through hard work. You become good at things through hard work. Hard work. You become good at things through hard work. No one's born being good at all things. You become good at things through hard work. You're not a varsity athlete the first time you play a sport. You don't hit every note the first time you sing a song. You've got to practice. The same principle applies to your school. You might have to do a math problem a few times before you understand it. You might have to read something a few times before you understand it. You might have to read something a few times before you understand it. You definitely have to do a few drafts on a paper, before it's enough to. You definitely have to do a few drafts of a paper, be- before it's good enough to hand it. Before it's good enough to hand it. You definitely you definitely have to do a few drafts of paper. You have to do a few. You definitely have to do a few drafts of paper before it's good enough to hand it. Before it's good enough handy. You definitely have to do a few drafts of a paper before it's good enough to hand it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. I do that every day. Ask for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Because it shows you have the courage to admit when you're done with something, and that then allows you to learn, and that something, and that then allows you to learn something new, and that then allows you something new, and that then allows you to learn something new. You to learn allows you to learn, allows you to learn, and that then allows you to learn something new. So find a adult you trust, a parent, a grandparent, a teacher, a coach, or a counselor, and ask them to help you stay on track to meet your goals. And even when you're struggling, even when you're discouraged, and you feel like other people have given up on you, don't ever give up give up on yourself. Because when you give up on yourself, you give up on your country. The story of America isn't about people who quit when the things got tough.
On yourself. Because when you give up on yourself, you give up on your country. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got
The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough.
tough. It's about you give up on your country. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough.
The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who people who quit when people who quit when people who quit when people who quit when things got tough. When things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when the people who quit when people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. When things got tough. When things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough. The story of America isn't about people who quit when things got tough.
It's about people who kept going,
It's about people who kept going,
tried harder,
who tried harder,
too much
who loved their country too much
to do
to do anything less than their best. It's the students. It's the story of students who said,
you said
"We just sit 250 years
went
ago
on to wage a revolution,
went on to wage a revolution,
and they founded this
and they founded this nation. Young people, students who said, where you sit 75 years ago, who overcame a depression and won a world war, who fought for civil war, and put a man on the moon,
depression and won a world war.
won a world war, won a world war, won a world war, won a world war,
Who fought for civil rights,
who fought for civil rights, and won a world war, who fought for civil rights, won a world war, won a world war, won a world war, who fought for civil rights, won a world war, who fought for civil rights,
put a man on the moon.
and put a man on the moon, and put a man on the moon, who won a world war, who fought for civil rights, and put a man on the moon.
Students who sat where
Students
you
who
sit
said when you sit 20 years ago, who founded Google and Twitter and Facebook, and changed the way we communicate with each other. Today, I want to ask all of you, what's your contribution going to be? What problems are you going to solve? What discoveries will you make? So I expect all of you to get serious this year. I expect you to put your best effort. You to put your best effort. I expect you to put your best effort
everything you do.
in everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort in everything you do. I expect you to put your best effort in everything you do.
Things
I expect
from each
great
of you.
things from each of
Don't let
you.
us down.
So don't let us down. So don't let us down. Don't let us down. So don't let us down. Don't let us down.
Your country
Don't
down.
let your
Most of all,
family
don't
down
let
and
yourself down. Don't let your family down
don't let your family down
or
or your
down.
country
Most of
down.
all, don't let
Most of all, don't
yourself
let yourself
Make us
down.
all proud.
Make us all
Thank you very
proud.
much, everybody.
Thank you very much.
From each of you.
It's your
Don't let us down.
Don't let us
Don't
down.
let your family down
Don't let your family down. Don't let your family down
or your country down.
or your country down. Don't let your family down or your country down.
Most of all, don't let yourself down.
Most of all, don't let yourself down. Most of all, don't let yourself down. Don't let your family down or your country down. Most of all, don't let yourself down.
Make us all proud.
Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Don't let your country down. Don't let your family down or your country down. Most of all, don't let yourself down.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Don't let your family down or your country down. Most of all, don't let yourself down. Make us all proud.
But God bless you. God
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
all don't let yourself down.
Yourself.
Make
Don't
us all
let
proud.
yourself.
Thank you very much. much, everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless America. God bless you. God bless America. 네, 오늘 여기까지 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다.